I had a good friend that was dying, and he was saying that the hardest thing for him was everyone would come up and say, well, how are you? And he says, you feel like grabbing them by the neck and saying, I've been diagnosed, I'm taking treatment, and I'm dying. How do you think I am? So I said to him, okay, tell me the best thing that anybody can say to you. And he said, good to see you. And I've never forgotten that. And also, when I was working at the hospice, I had one of the clients tell me I was supporting his daughter, and she was trying to give him some messages that isn't near the end. And he said to me afterwards, you know, Marie, he said, I know it's really hard for them to come and say goodbye to me, but he said, they've got one person to say goodbye to. He said, I've got all of them.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
Put it in real reality.
Absolutely. I asked my father, later we're going to talk about asking open-ended questions. I asked my father one day what really bothered him about dying. And his immediate response was, son, you know, smack. If you were dying, you wouldn't be too chipper either. Now, he worked in construction for a lot of his life, and so I've paraphrased what he said for you. But I said, you know, obviously you have good reason to be upset, but what specifically bothers you? Because if I was dying, he said, you know, if you were dying, you wouldn't be happy either. He said, if I was dying, I might be unhappy for different reasons. I actually just want to know, out of curiosity, what is it about dying that makes you unhappy? Now, I assume, because children know everything about their parents, I assumed it was because he had been fired from his job before he was ready to leave. They just thought cancer patient can't be helped anymore. I thought it was because my mother had died 4 years before, and that my grandfather had died 3 years before. And I was wrong about all those things. Those things mattered, obviously, but he thought about it for a long time, and I kept quiet for a long time. And he said, actually, what bothers me about, what makes me unhappy about dying is that I won't be at your wedding in 7 months. And we had talked about moving the wedding from BC to Toronto, moving it ahead 7 months so he could be there, all of those, and we had worked all that through, I thought. But it still bothered him that he couldn't be at our wedding. And because we had the conversation, because I asked the question without pretending to know the answer, I got a good answer. And so he was able to help plan some of the wedding. He was able to write me a wedding card, which I got the night before the wedding, 7 months after he died, in which he said, tonight is going to be one of the hardest nights of your life, so you might as well bawl your eyes out kind of conversation. He said, because you should do it now, because tomorrow should be the best day of your life. We will be there, your mother and I, you just won't see us. And so I did bawl my eyes out, because he knew me well. And the next day was the best day. So when you talk about things and you give people control over when they want to talk about it, they will tell you things that are just so surprising that leads you then to be able to help them. And to help yourself, obviously. He helped me a great deal by doing that.